All right. Like to make a double check before we head over to the ShopBot and start cutting out our pockets. For one, I've decided that we're going to slow down the feed rate for the half-inch bit because we had some trouble last year with parts moving around on us. So, okay, let's take a look to make sure that we know where our tool paths are. If you remember, if we click on these little white boxes here, it'll actually show us where these tool paths are. And my two 60-degree tool paths are lining up perfectly with my artwork. However, when I pick my pocket tool path, I can see that I've moved my pocket over and it no longer matches up with my tool path. So if I were to output this tool path right now, it's going to cut it here, not in my new location. So how do I go about fixing that? I go about fixing that by editing this tool path, but I'm going to do one additional check. I want to make sure this hole is the right size. So I'm going to click on it and I'm going to go to my circle and I'm going to find out what its diameter is, and it tells me that it has a diameter of 3, and that is correct. So my hole's the right size, it's just that my tool path's in the wrong spot. So I deselect everything, I double click on my tool path. It knows that this is the hole that it's supposed to be associated with. I hit calculate, and I'm going to go back here and notice that my lines now line up with my hole. So that's good news. I'm going to double click again because I said a minute ago I wanted to slow down the feed rate. We are using the half-inch bit, but I want to hit edit here, and currently this bit is moving at 3 inches per second. That's way too fast. So I want to cut that down. I'm going to go with 1 inch per second. Now we may have to wait an extra minute or two, but it's going to be less likely that this board's going to come flying out of our fixture. So I'm going to change that to 1. It's always a good idea, or the plunge rate is already at 0.1. Excuse me, it's at 1. Let's cut that down to 0.5. So feed rate of 1. What does that mean? That means that the bit's going to move 1 inch per second. 1001, 1002. Alright, now we're ready to output this tool path. So I'm going to hit close. Oops, forgot to hit calculate. Let me just make sure this is saved. Nope, it went back. Put it at 1.5, hit OK, hit calculate, close that again, now double click, edit, and that's correct. So if you don't hit calculate, it doesn't save that. Now I'm happy. Alright, so this tool path, we can preview it. And we're going to preview the visible tool path, and that looks good. Just a reminder, this is our cut depth for that tool path as well, which is 5/8 of an inch. So now we want to output this tool path. Just because we hit save over here, that doesn't give us the file that we need for the ShopBot. The ShopBot needs its own code. So in that previous video I told you to save the tool path. This is the tool path that's highlighted, so this is the tool path that we're going to save. You can't save these at the same time because they're different bits. So we're just going to focus right now on the clock pocket tool path. When I go to save tool path, for now I want you to save it just to your IT folders. And I want you to call it 0.5-bit clock pocket. And it's going to put a .sbp on it. You're then going to need to take that file and move it to your flash drive to get it over to the ShopBot. So that we can do that very easily by grabbing a flash drive, going into your IT folder and moving it. So that's it for this